I'm Ron Kingdon. The model is HMS Agincourt. It's a ship that was originally ordered by Brazil before the First World War. When Brazil went bankrupt, it was bought by Turkey while it was under construction, and then when the First World War broke out, we took it over. Basically, the Royal Navy boarded it and said, we're having that. The model is just over 7 feet long by a 1 foot beam. It's on a fiberglass hull, and all the superstructure that you can see is scratch built from plans courtesy of the Maritime Museum at Greenwich. The version that you see here took about 12 months. It took about 12 months to make the plug for the hull, and then another 12 months to build the model. But the first time I ever tried to build Agincourt has got to be 25 years ago, but that one wound up in the bin. It's just been in the water for the first time ever. It takes 32 pounds of lead and 8 pounds of batteries to get it to float on its waterline. All of which you have to carry to where you're sailing it. In terms of size, this is number 4 in my fleet. I've got 3 bigger than it. One of which lives here at Ron Dean's because it's too big to stay at home. But I've got a couple at home from the Second World War, HMS Rodney and HMS Duke of York. Duke of York's 8 feet long and Rodney's 7'6". And the one that lives at Ron Dean's is 9 foot, so this is far from being the biggest. I like building unusual ships. This had a strange history because we basically stole it from Turkey when the war broke out. And it's got the largest number of main turrets ever fitted to a battleship. Carries the largest number of main guns ever fitted to a battleship. At the time she was built, she was enormous. The Royal Navy had nothing like that size. We took a few years to catch up with it in terms of size. She spent the First World War, along with the rest of the Royal Navy, patrolling the North Sea. She fought at Jutland and got off, I think, 150 rounds of 12-inch shells during the battle. There was no record of her hitting anything, but that was about average for the time. And then in 1922, in common with the rest of our battleships, she went to the breakers yard. She took up too much tonnage. Virtually all of our First World War battleships went to the breakers after we signed up to the Washington Naval Treaty.